The Infinity Stones are six powerful gems that each control a fundamental aspect of existence. According to the MCU, they were created during the Big Bang and scattered across the universe. The six stones are space, reality, power, mind, time, and soul. Each stone is incredibly powerful on its own, but when combined in the Infinity Gauntlet, they grant the wielder complete control over reality. This is exactly what Thanos used to eliminate half of all life in the universe with a single snap. The stones have appeared throughout the MCU since the beginning, often hidden or disguised. Let's examine each stone in detail. The Space Stone, Container, the Tesseract, Power, Manipulation of Space in Teleportation. The Space Stone first appeared in Captain America, the first Avenger, as the Tesseract. The Red Skull used it to power Hydra's advanced weapons during World War II. After the war, Howard Stark recovered it, and S.H.I.E.L.D. later used it for Project Pegasus. In the Avengers, Loki used the Tesseract to open a portal for the Chitauri invasion of New York. After the battle, Thor took it to Asgard. When Asgard was destroyed in Ragnarok, Loki retrieved it from Odin's vault. Thanos killed Loki at the beginning of Infinity War to claim this stone. The Space Stone allowed Thanos to teleport instantly across the universe during his quest for the remaining stones. The Mind Stone, Container, Loki's scepter, later Vision's forehead, Power, mind control and consciousness manipulation. The Mind Stone was housed in Loki's scepter during the Battle of New York. After the battle, S.H.I.E.L.D. secured it, and Hydra later used it for experiments in Sokovia. These experiments gave Wanda and Pietro Maximoff their powers. Tony Stark and Bruce Banner unknowingly used the stone's power to create Ultron. Later, they used it again to create Vision, with the stone embedded directly in his forehead. This made Vision incredibly powerful, but also marked him as a target. In Infinity War, Thanos ripped the Mind Stone from Vision's head in Wakanda, killing him. Wanda had tried to destroy both Vision and the stone to prevent this, but Thanos used the Time Stone to reverse her actions. The Reality Stone, Container, the Ether, Power, alteration of reality itself. The Reality Stone exists as a liquid called the Ether. The Dark Elves originally planned to use it to return the universe to darkness during the Convergence, when all 9 realms align. In Thor, The Dark World, Jane Foster accidentally became host to the Ether when she discovered it in London. The stone began draining her life force while making her powerful. After defeating the Dark Elves, the Asgardians gave the Reality Stone to the Collector on Nowhere for safekeeping. Thanos easily obtained it from the Collector off-screen before the events of Infinity War. He used the Reality Stone to create illusions, including the false version of Nowhere that initially fooled the Guardians of the Galaxy. The Power Stone, Container, the Orb, Power, unlimited physical strength and energy projection. The Power Stone was hidden on the planet Morag inside an orb. In Guardians of the Galaxy, Peter Quill retrieved it, not knowing what it contained. The stone is so powerful that most beings cannot touch it directly without being destroyed. When Ronan the Accuser briefly wielded it, he became nearly unstoppable. The Guardians only defeated him by joining together to share the stone's burden. After the battle, they gave the Power Stone to the Nova Corps on Xandar. By the beginning of Infinity War, Thanos had already attacked Xandar and claimed the Power Stone, making it the first stone in his gauntlet. He used it as his primary weapon throughout his quest, and it amplified the power of his other stones. The Time Stone, Container, the Eye of Agamotto, Power, manipulation of time. The Time Stone has been protected by the masters of the mystic arts for centuries. Doctor Strange learned to use it during his training, though the Ancient One warned about the dangers of time manipulation. Strange used the stone creatively in his solo film, most notably when he trapped Dormammu in a time loop, forcing the entity to negotiate. In Infinity War, Strange used the Time Stone to view over 14 million possible futures, finding only one where the heroes won. This knowledge drove Strange's decision to give the Time Stone to Thanos in exchange for Tony Stark's life. Though this seemed like a mistake, it was actually part of the only winning strategy, as Tony would be crucial to defeating Thanos in Endgame. The Soul Stone. Container, none. Power, control over souls and spiritual energy. The Soul Stone was the most mysterious, hidden on the planet Vormir and guarded by the Red Skull, who had been transported there by the Space Stone decades earlier. The stone required a specific sacrifice, a soul for a soul. To claim it, one must sacrifice what they love most by throwing them off Vormir's cliff. Thanos sacrificed Gamora, whom he genuinely loved, to obtain the stone. In Endgame, when Black Widow and Hawkeye traveled to Vormir, they faced the same choice. Natasha sacrificed herself so Clint could return with the stone, allowing the Avengers to complete their plan to undo the snap. The complete gauntlet and aftermath. With all 6 stones in the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos achieved his goal of eliminating half of all life in the universe. The snap was reality manipulation on a cosmic scale, erasing beings from existence as if they had never been. After the snap, Thanos destroyed the stones to prevent anyone from undoing his work. However, in Endgame, the Avengers discovered they could travel through time to collect the stones from the past. The Avengers successfully gathered all 6 stones and placed them in a new gauntlet. Tony Stark made the ultimate sacrifice, using the stones to defeat Thanos and his army. The power of the stones killed Tony, but his sacrifice saved the universe. After the final battle, Steve Rogers returned the stones to their original timelines to prevent alternate realities from forming. The stones from the main MCU timeline were destroyed twice, first by Thanos after the snap, then again when Tony used them. Key facts about the Infinity Stones. They were created during the Big Bang. Each controls a fundamental aspect of reality. They are nearly indestructible under normal circumstances. Using all 6 stones simultaneously can kill the wielder. They drove the main plot of the MCU's first 3 phases. The Legacy. The Infinity Stones connected the entire MCU narrative from Iron Man to Endgame. They demonstrated that ultimate power requires ultimate sacrifice, and that even the mightiest weapons are only as strong as the will of those who wield them. Their destruction marked the end of the Infinity Saga and the beginning of a new era in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The stones taught us that power without wisdom leads to destruction, but that heroism lies not in the strength to take life, but in the courage to sacrifice one's own life for others.